Yo, what is up, everybody? We are live. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. So StreamYard is telling me that we're not live on Shelly Smoke right now because a premium account on X is now required to create live broadcasts on their platform. Well, what do you know about that? So I guess we're not live on Shelly Smoke on X. We're just live at Stern Jesus 420. I don't know. It's the first time they've ever said that to me, but I guess that's a thing now where we can't go live on the show account anymore either because it's not a premium account. Well, damn. Welcome, everybody, watching Stern Jesus 420 on Twitter. Those of you trying to watch any other platform, I'm sorry. Really, there's no way I can get to you. Well, I guess I could post on our Twitter that we're not live. I could at least do that for you people. Anyway, for the rest of you, well, maybe. I'm just going to fucking bring it up. For the rest of you, welcome to the Smokeout with Shelly and SJ. It's the interactive video show where you can be a part of the show. All you have to do is subscribe at the Patreon, like right there. You see it? Subscribe. You get every episode on video. You get the link for the show if you're a subscriber. And you can join us, smoke with us, be in the private chat, be in just on audio, be on video, whatever it is that you would like to do, you can join us and do so. But you have to subscribe on the Patreon. It's only $5 a month. I'm going to tell people I'm going to tweet live right now that we're live over on my platform because, well, things have changed.
Things have changed.
So we'll figure that out in the shows going forward. I would like to go live like on our YouTube channel. We don't have enough going on there. Like they don't even let me upload like longer videos on there yet. So but go check this shit out. X, Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff. We are live at least for the first hour.
I want to
I'm hearing myself. Yeah, I'm hearing myself a lot, like in my headphones.
Are you?
Like going on? Let me check your. I do things differently here. You try that. Try that. Oh no! Now I hear myself. Oh no! Now I hear myself too. No, let's take that off. So now it's not even echo. It's just me.
It's just you.
Let's try this. Did that do anything?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Oh, now I hear myself again. Damn. What's going on?
Okay, here's the thing. It might be me. Hold on.
StreamYard's killing me. It's a rough start to the show. We find out we can't go live on our Twitter. We have technical issues. Rough out of the gate. We need to smoke more on the Smokeout. Anyway, the first hour of every episode, as I said, is free. We'll leave it up for about 24 hours so you get a taste of what's going on. But if you want the full episodes, all of them, you have to subscribe on the Patreon. You see it there, patreon.com/ShellySJSmokeout.com. Of course, all of the audio podcast platforms are free where you can find us. And as I said, for 24 hours, you can see the first hour of the episode, get a little taste of what you'd be paying for, which, like I said, it's only $5 a month. I mean, what the fuck do you want? You've already gotten $5 worth in this first 4 minutes with all the problems we're having.
Do you hear yourself now echoing?
I do not. I haven't for a minute.
It's me then. It's me then because I turned off my supposed handy dandy podcasting extraordinaire equipment. And when I turned it off, and so, okay, now I'm wondering if is this microphone is what's going on? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. It doesn't seem to be that microphone though, but it's I can definitely hear you fine. So
okay, so that's what we're gonna do. I hope that my AC isn't gonna be too much.
Oh, it
just, you know why, Stoner Jesus, it upsets me because I'm over here trying to be all legit. This is the second device that I've purchased, and it's in and out. Like sometimes when I use it on my own, it works, and sometimes it does not. And then when I'm over here trying to use it with you, you hear yourself in an echo, which is so annoying. So I'm just like,
technology is lame. Okay.
It's time to smoke.
Oh, yeah. I said, if you all want to smoke with us, that's the whole purpose of the show. It's called the Smokeout for a reason. But again, you have to subscribe on the Patreon, and you can join us. You get the link. You smoke with us, ask us questions, whatever you want to do. And as I said, every episode on video, including uh, all the bonus time, all that stuff. Speaking of subscribers joining us, Jesse has just joined us.
Woo!
See, just it's like I spoke it into being, and here he is.
There's Jesse. Hi, Jesse.
His devices are not connected. You don't have to come on with audio or video. You can just chill, ask questions. There's a private chat where you can communicate with us and just chill with the show, whatever you want to do. It's your $5. So, hell yeah.
Hi, Jesse.
Getting gaming, checking in on Twitch or on Twitter, or rather, and also Mythical Asset Manager. Okay, that's a good name.
Mythical Asset Manager. Yeah.
And make sure you check out Getting Gaming on X as well. She streams a ton. Go check that out. Jesse says hi in the private chat. Hello, Jesse. Welcome to the show.
And here's the thing. I didn't know that I could see the private chat pop up. So there you go. So I could see if you are a member and you join us with the link we send out. You know how you guys want to talk to me? You're always instant messaging Stoner Jesus here. You can write right here and I see it. I see it live.
That's right. Sith Kid asking a sub to what? Yes, the Patreon. Let me hold on. Let me go get it. Bam! There it is. Subscribe on Patreon. And you get a link like Jesse did to be a part of the show. And you can chill with us. And you can be in the private chat and you can talk to Shelly, which, as she mentioned, a lot of you try to do. As a matter of fact, I have some we're gonna read some Instagram messages a little bit later. But there are many men under the impression that if they write our show Instagram or our show Twitter, that they are talking to Shelly, and they are not. I am Shelly's cockpit wall where she's shielded from all of that. So be advised, you're talking to me. But again, if you subscribe, you can be in the private chat, and I don't think you put cock pictures in there, but you can shoot your shot, your best pickup line or whatever. Because most of the stuff in Instagram is like, hey, Shelly, you want to go on a date? Hey, Shelly, you're so hot. You're so awesome. You're so beautiful. You want to go out on a date? A lot of date solicitation in the Instagram messages.
And here's the thing, Stoner Jesus. I am willing to bet these dudes that are like, especially the ones that are so like come off entitled, like, hey, I'm writing you, so I got my shot. Like they got that negative energy, which I know you can feel it when you read it, right?
Yeah.
Those dudes are the dudes that when they come to see me at a meet and greet, they can't even come up to my table or talk to me like a normal person. So let's say for argument's sake, right? That you're like, okay, Shelly says she'll go out with you. Where are you going to meet her? They might show up to see if I did, but 9 times out of 10 wouldn't even come to the table. And if they did come to the table to meet with me privately, they'd be weird and not know what to say. And that's why, like, it's so crazy because I was recently in a conversation with my friend Jen, shout out to Jen, about how I've decided to not argue with people online because they would never say it to my face. I will call your ass out to your face, but what's the point when it's behind a keyboard? And so these dudes asking for a date, let's say, God forbid, me and Metal Jesus broke up. I'm looking for a rebound. I'm just whatever. They wouldn't even know how to talk to me in real life. And they're over here, oh, this and that and the other online. It's like, bitch, grow some balls.
It is good to know that if something ever did happen to you with Metal Jesus, you have a whole line of guys waiting in Instagram messages. Like,
I guess.
I have a motherfucker or any random dude on the internet.
I can't.
Oh, shit.
Look, just so you guys know, if something were to happen between me and Metal Jesus, first of all, I think I would just give up on love altogether and just be celibate for the rest of my life. But if for some reason I got hard up, you know who I'd go to if I was hard up and just wanted sex? These famous top tier people who at least are going to wine and dine me and take me to the good spots, get me the good cannabis because they know that's my thing. I'll let those dudes who've been trying to get in my pants spoil me before some dude online saying, "So, Shelly, you're hot. Would you go out with me?"
That's how
No.
down the totem pole you are. Instagram message guy. You know how many guys would on this planet would have to die before Shelly would get to you and say, "Hey, what's up? What about that date?"
It's I like I said, if something happened between me and Metal Jesus, I'd go celibate, and if I had an itch, I'd itch it with somebody that at least I'm going to get more than just a sexual itch out of.
That's right.
Like that's when I would turn. Like, see, people have always pegged me because of the way I look, like one of those girls. Like, I need that Louis Vuitton handbag and this and that and the other. Bitch, no. What's a Louis Vuitton handbag? Like $5,000? You go get me $5,000 in cannabis and sushi. That's
There you
how. That's what's gonna work.
Take
Five
Shelly.
grand. Go ahead.
Shelly's her favorite sushi spot. She loves.
No, not my favorite. The one I never go to because I can't afford it. That you take Yamashiro in Hollywood.
There you go.
Yamashiro in Hollywood, and then give me like a pound of high quality cannabis.
Hope you guys out there taking
Metal
notes.
Jesus. I need to go to Yamashiro and you need to buy me a pound of the high grade, okay?
Great. You tell him that you've been offered this and see if he can top it. Like, look, these guys are offering me pounds and sushi. What do you got? And make him, up the bid or whatever. So competing with two different jobs for salary or whatnot.
You know what?
Sound strategy.
In my favor, Stoner Jesus, he knows. He knows. That's why he's good to me, because he knows he's got it good. I remember we were at the beach not too long ago at Santa Monica, and this dude came up to him, random dude, swear to goodness, and he goes, he looked at our situation and he goes, you hit the jackpot. You hit the jackpot. And the guy walked away, and I looked at Metal Jesus and said, damn right you hit the jackpot. But you know what I also said? So did I. So don't
There
mess
you go.
up. But just for if anything were to happen, Yamashiro, a pound of high shelf.
That's right. Good
That's
shit.
the key to at least just banging me.
Don't call it
Because
fucking shake. Some bullshit.
yeah, no shake, no seeds,
Good
no
shit.
seeds. High tier that you had to pay thousands of dollars for. I want a pound of it. And then go to Yamashiro. Not just once either, bitch.
That's right.
Not just once. I'll give you grace. If I'm putting out, you got to take me there at least every couple months. Yamashiro.
Now you know the blueprint.
Stoner Jesus. When you get a chance, would you mind popping up on the Instagram of Yamashiro so people could see why that's my thing? Because here's the thing. While you're doing that, the one time I've been to Yamashiro, it was because Danielle and I were a part of this charity, and it was for boxer rescue, like the dog boxer. This was a boxer rescue. And they had this cool thing at Yamashiro called the Wolf and Wine, to where they had a total like charity event for this rescue. And it was like all you can eat sushi out, just just buffet style. They had the drinks. Oh my God, it was so awesome. So the one time I went to Yamashiro was because I was a part of a charity with Wolf and Wine.
Okay, of course.
I've never been on a date there.
How do you spell that? Do you have any idea? Because
YAMASHARO.
well, I wasn't close.
Yamashiro.
Is it
And here's
Yamashiro to LA. There we go.
Yeah. And here's the thing, Yamashiro has been there for a long time. It's like a historical landmark in California. So if you ever visit SoCal, go look at Yamashiro. Even if you don't like sushi, even if you don't like whatever, just go there to check it out because it's gorgeous. And you would never think, click on that first picture. Yeah. You would never think, look at that. Look at that. You would never think that's in the middle of ghetto ass Hollywood too, where it's the shit Hollywood, not where you want to be. It's right there. It's worth the drive. Look at that. Look. And then if you can find a video that shows their gardens there, there's like little water. Look at that picture. Click on that picture. Look, that's Yamashiro. You see downtown LA right there? That's Yamashiro. If you guys out there are fans of Pamela Anderson Y2K era, her show VIP, they repurposed Yamashiro so many times. Unless you know that place, you don't know how many times they've shot there and made it look like different places. Lots of, it's the bomb. Look at that sushi boat. Look at that sushi boat. Look at that. Oh, that's inside. Oh, Yamashiro.
That is crazy.
It's gorgeous. There's koi fish in that pond.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. And then there's the pagoda that you can, pagoda bar that's not always open. Oh, Yamashiro.
Nice. So make your reservations now.
Do you see why? Let's go. You want to go to Yamashiro, Stoner Jesus?
Make your reservations now in the hopes that Shelly ends a relationship at some point. And you're like, hey, I just happen to have the reservations to this place.
Look at, click on that water one with that water pond thingy right there. You see it?
This one?
Down, no, down one. No, down. If you go down, and then over to the side of it, that one right there with the statue in the water.
This one? There we go.
Yeah, let's see what that is. Look it. That's Yamashiro, bitch. It's gorgeous. Whether you go during the day, the night, it don't matter. It's a different vibe in the day. You can see. Look at. They should hire me to be like a social media video. Look at. Gorgeous during the day, different vibe than the night, but so oh my god, Yamashiro.
There we go. 81,000 followers on Instagram. Good for them.
Now I know where I want to go on my birthday, my next birthday. We're going to Yamashiro. That's it.
Yeah, Pete says it's Dab 30, and let's take Stormy Smoke and Del Taco. There you go.
I love Del Taco. Del Taco greater than Taco Bell any day of the week. Look at.
Nice.
You want to see how legit I am? What's this? What's that? A Del Taco bag? Is that a Del Taco bag? I think so. Yes, girl.
That's hilarious. So there you go. We will read some Instagram messages later. People wanting to tell Shelly how hot she is. Or pretty much every time there's guys that every time I post a video or something, they obviously have Shelly in them. They'll all comment on all of those videos continuously, as if maybe 9 comments didn't do the job, but the 10th comment, that's the one where Shelly's gonna be like,
10th one, the 10th one. It's all about that 10th one.
Slide my DM.
You know what's interesting, Stoner Jesus? I'd like to hear what your thought is on this. Okay, so recently, I always tell my friends and my private friends, I'm like, look, if you see me posting a lot, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're like, damn, Shelly's real active on like Instagram in particular. That's because Instagram has monetized me again, like literally. So
there you go.
I'm always thinking of different ways of like trying to make that money, So there's 2 photos that I post that I knew would get some traction. Excuse me. One of them was a photo shoot I did in 2009 with this photographer, Michael Bell. He was here in SoCal. He took great photos. And on 4th of July, I was looking for something in here in the Batcave, and I found this CD that said Mike Bell 2009. So I was like, what? So I found these unedited photos, and I was like, dude, I'm sharing this with my secret society because my body was so banging and that photographer is so good. Those photos don't need any editing. So if you scroll down, you can see there's this one photo. There it is. That's a Michael Bell special right there.
This one?
This photo. Yeah, that one. Let's look at it. It's just the photo, but I made like a video reel out of it. Whatever. And I stand by that. The only person I'm in competition with is myself. I just want to look like that again. And I'm slowly getting there. So when people want to be like all weird, it's like, bitch, I'm not even competing with you. I'm competing with that version. 2009 Shelly's coming back. And that's who I want to be. I don't want to be anybody else. Nobody. I don't want to be anybody else in this universe except 2009 Shelly. But what 2009 Shelly didn't have is all the things in my private life that I have now that fulfill me. So there's that. So
There you go.
I put that photo up there. Then if you go back to my feed, you can scroll up. You see me and Batista over there. Click on that one. The me and good old Batista. And it says, life always aligns you where you're supposed to be versus where you think you should be. Grateful for all my experiences, positive vibes. Now, the reason why I post this photo was because that statement was exactly how I felt in that moment when I post this, right? And I thought it would be a good idea to post this photo of Batista because something that really is an annoyance to me is like, dude, WWE gave me the boot 2006. That was a long time ago. People still act like they know what they're talking about online as far as me and Dave go, and they don't know nothing. We took this photo at the Immortals premiere, the movie, on 11/11/11. That was their marketing. They came out with the movie Immortals, their premiere on 11/11/11. Because not only am I not just a wrestler, but I am a working actress, I was able to be there with my friend Stacey Woods, shout out, and we went. And while we were going to the event, I saw that Batista was going to be there. So I went up to him when I saw him, and I was just like, I know this might sound really dumb and hippy dippy, but I just want to say positive vibes and like everything that we went through. I understand why it happened. We hugged, and he said, I don't think you're crazy at all. You don't know my mom, obviously. So I'm guessing his mom's probably like spiritual or something like that. And so I said, can we take a picture? And we took this photo. And the reason why I wanted to take it was to have a receipt. Usually when people keep receipts, it's like, ooh, have proof so like I can have the tea on someone. No, I wanted this receipt for myself because that was a moment Dave and I shared when we were over there. And I used to think that Dave was the whole reason I lost my job, and it wasn't. I was the reason because I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I told off Shawn Michaels. I told off Randy Orton. The last nail in my vampire coffin was having a fight with Batista. I am the reason why I got fired. And so it's annoying to me because I'd like to share my story because I want other specifically female wrestlers that are of new school now. Like I don't know them personally because they're like in their 20s. They're way younger than me. They're a different generation of wrestling. I just want those people to know my story. So if they find themselves in that situation, maybe it's not going to turn out like you thought. Like as far as my wrestling career, it didn't turn out the way I thought. But everything I have in my life right now, and that's why I wrote that tweet, and it was originally a tweet. That's why I wrote this post, is because I wouldn't change anything. It sucked. Man, it sucked getting fired. It sucked having injustice after injustice. But here I am, right where I'm supposed to be. And that's why I post this photo, because I always get it. Like, on a weekly basis, somebody brings up Batista to me since 2006. So fast forward to now, it's like people don't get it. And I've been saying it for a long time, but I don't know if they're not watching the content, but they're not paying attention, or they don't want us to get along. But I'm like, no, dude, it's okay if things don't work out the way they're supposed to. I'm living proof. And so here's the interesting part, Stoner Jesus. I post both of these on Twitter and on Instagram. On Twitter, the bikini pic, last I checked, had about 10,000 views, and the Batista one had about 5. But on Instagram, the Batista one had 10,000 and the bikini pic had 5, which I thought was completely interesting because I thought Instagram was more visual. So it's interesting that more eyes went to the Batista photo where I'm fully clothed versus the thirst trap photo that I'm in this bikini looking smoking at a 10. But on Twitter, it was the opposite. So what are your thoughts on that?
I would say initially, I mean, I don't know what if there's a way to find out like the gender percentage breakdown of your followers. Maybe more guys follow you on Twitter. Definitely could be a thing. Other than that, I'm really not sure. Maybe more just wrestling fans. Maybe you have a greater percentage of wrestling fans among your Instagram followers, so they're more drawn to Batista. I don't know. I would think that no matter what, the beach pick would do better on any platform. That's what I would have guessed.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the numbers. Are you ready for the numbers? Okay.
Sure.
On Instagram right now, live, the number for the bikini pic, 4,215. So not even 5,000. The bikini pic. This one right here. Okay. That's me at a 10, bro. Look at how hot I am. That's me at a 10, and I'm coming back, bitches. Be ready, because this Shelly is coming back, okay? And then the Batista one, are you ready for this number? Are you ready? 13.9K. 13.9K is this photo. So let me go to Twitter. And it's interesting you bring up the gender. Here's the thing. I've done analytics on my whole as a whole. And I think it was like 0.01 of my following was female. It was really low. So I'm all around. I mostly have dudes following me. And all around, mostly those dudes know me from wrestling for the most part. Okay, hold on. I got to scroll back to get these numbers here on Twitter. That bikini picture isn't even getting 5,000 views on my Instagram, but the Batista, 13.9K, almost 14,000. Okay, that's mind-boggling. Okay, and so I have my opinion on that, but let me get the numbers over here on. You guys know I tweet a lot, so I got to really scroll down here.
I know that like a lot depends on what each platform like decides, however they decide to show. Maybe the AI on Instagram is different. Maybe they caught Batista's face, and since he's like a relatively big movie star, they push it to more people. I don't know.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready for the numbers on Twitter?
Sure.
The bikini pic on Twitter is now standing at 11K. Okay. The Batista, 2.5K. Now, what's so interesting is I thought it would be the other way around because Instagram is so like visual, right? And I've always used my Twitter in a like, that's how I like put out my thoughts or whatever. Whereas like Instagram, like I always forget about threads. I don't mean to, but I always forget about it. So there's that. And when I make a post, it has a purpose, whether it's promoting something or if something's on my heart and I want to share it. But now that my Instagram is monetized, when I post something that I think is worth posting on Twitter, because that's like where I feel at home, I guess. And that's like where I feel more like just me versus like trying to push something. I will feel like when I did those posts, like, okay, I'll put it on Instagram because surely they'll do good on Instagram, and that's where I'm monetized. I'm not monetized on Twitter yet, which you'd think would be the other way around because I have way more followers on Twitter versus Instagram. It's just so interesting to me, the math. I'm at 13.7K on Instagram. And right now on Twitter, I'm at 68.7K. And it always teeter-totters between 7K and 8K. So that's telling me like it's high and the like reaching to almost 69 soon K. So that's significantly more than Instagram. So you would think the bikini pic, of course, is going to do well on there. But based on the number on Instagram, shouldn't the Batista picture be double that then? But it's not. It's significantly lower. So I got to rethink things over here at Camp Vampire, you know?
Also, something I was thinking of is like on Twitter, there's a lot more. It's a lot easier to share something you find on Twitter with other people. You just hit the repost button, bam.
That's true.
You're
That's
done.
true.
Instagram makes it much more difficult. You can put it in your story and shit like that, but I mean, and then there's also the stories aspect, like how many views you get on stories, and if that suppresses your views other places. I know Instagram is not good for me. The only place I've ever done great is Twitter, so that's where I hang out.
Well, that's why I wish I could get monetized with Twitter because, duh, I want to be monetized. But because Twitter means so much to me, you know what I mean? Like, I started it back, I believe it was in 2009. So for me, Twitter, you were around doing it around that time as well, weren't you?
Yeah, I started on Twitter in February of 2009.
Okay, so we were at the beginning because I remember when I found out, I've said this on our show before. The way I found out about Twitter was I was so hungover. I was partying hard. It was early 2000s, and I met with this guy, oddly enough, connected to wrestling in a way, because do you remember early 2000s when they used a girl named Amy Weber that was from the Diva Search? Do you remember her?
Not really, no.
She seems your type because she has light eyes and the dark hair. She's a real cute girl. But she was a Playboy playmate. She ended up, I believe, quitting. And there's a story that goes around. Now, don't come for me, people. This is what's out there on the internet, okay? So don't come at me. Google it. There's a story about like an infamous story about I think like Randy Orton pooping in her bag or something like that. Like the hazing stuff that goes on happened to her. So she was like, I'm done. And I think there was something to the effect of her image was being used in Europe for some kind of like strip joint. And then somebody printed them out and like posted them. And that story, I've never talked about this. I'm going to talk about it right here on Smokeout. That story resonated with me because I remember there was a wrestler. I'm not going to say his name, not because I just don't know if he would want me to say this publicly and attach his name. So there's a very famous wrestler that I'm cool with to this day. And pretty much the whole time WWE was looking at me, I've always been cool with. He's a very known dude, been around for a long time. And I've always really respected his mind for the business because of that. So I remember, I did my topless and nude stuff pre-WWE, some of it. And I remember he was like, you need to be careful what photos you send the office. And I found out that they printed out some nudes of me pre-boob job. So look, damn it, you're going to have the bad boobs out there. God, come on. At least put the good ones. You're going to put any of the, don't put the bad boobs, man. God. But when I heard this rumor that that's what happened, so they were trying to shame Amy Weber, I believed it because even though I wasn't signed yet, even though I was just a girl trying to get looked at, they were already doing that to me, whoever that was. So Amy Weber was somebody that even though I didn't know her personally, I just felt connected to. And so what she ended up having is when she was done with wrestling, she had one of her hustles was she was a part owner of a modeling agency. And at that time, I was like, dude, I need a new agent, whatever. So I met with this guy, again, going back to being all hungover. I was all hungover. I thought it was a shoe-in because of Amy Weber. And we met up at this place called the Farmers Market. It's another historical place in LA. So if you ever come to SoCal, people, go to the Farmers Market on 3rd and Fairfax. It's a very historical. It's very cute. You won't be disappointed. So I met him over there and I was like, dude, I need carbs. I need something. So I remember getting a bagel with cream cheese and an egg. And he sat there and told me how important it was for me to sign up for this thing called Twitter. He's like, and on Twitter, you can promote yourself and the things that you're doing, and you can connect with your fans and they can get to know you. And he pretty much sat there and told me, even though I didn't get signed to them, he took his time to sit there and share with me how pretty much you can make a living just being you. And the first step is you need to get on Twitter. So that's why Twitter, even though it's sold out and now it's X, is so deep to me because I was able to rebrand myself many times over through it. I was able to take my fans on the ride there with me. It's helped me stay connected to my peers, former co-workers, and people I was cool with, and keep in touch. It's been such a positive thing for me. And even with like the ugliness that comes with it, like, yeah, there was a time where dudes would send me their dicks, whatever. But because of what I put out there, it's few and far between, you know? So it's kind of like Twitter's like my sacred safe ground. And that's why when it gets effed with, I really take it personal because I feel I was able to rebuild my fan base, rebuild my connections with people that I've worked with before, people who I've been friends with before, whatever. It's been so positive. And when people are like, oh, Twitter's so toxic, I get where they're coming from. But as far as my experience with it, not really. Like here and there, but not really. It's been such a positive thing. So the fact that I'm not monetized on Twitter and I couldn't care less about Instagram, and the only time I do is when they're like, here, we'll throw you a few pennies to like do your thing. That's the only reason.
Yeah, X needs to get on that. I've heard a lot of people complain about the length of time it takes to get approved for subscriptions, to get monetized, all that shit. My subscriptions, I wasn't even thinking about it. I applied for it, however long it took, I didn't know. And then one day they sent me a message like, hey, you can do subscriptions now. I was like, okay, motherfucker, I will. And the monetization, I've actually been monetized on Twitter now since January. So it's been the entirety of this year. And it's, if you can get some shit to hit, for big numbers, you actually make some scratch, some Skrilla, some ducats, some bones. You know what I'm talking about, some dough. You make some dough.
Here's the thing, Stoner Jesus. If I could just make $100 a month off of Twitter, I'd be so happy. Like that, it's not much, but it is like that would help. You know, it would help. It would help me out. I would be just $100, just $100 a month. And so for me, where my monetization isn't being approved is everything's approved except I don't have the amount of impressions I need. That's why the thirst trap bikini pic went up. And that's why the Batista thing went up because I need to make some impressions so that I can get monetized. That's and just like the same thing on my YouTube when they changed everything up and I got demonetized. The only thing holding up my YouTube channel is I need more hours watched from people.
So on Twitter, you don't have to answer this publicly. You can tell me privately. Like, how short are you of your threshold? 'Cause that's probably one thing I can do.
Let
is
me
help you
look.
with. I think
me
the
look.
threshold, I believe, is like 5 million in 3 months.
Yeah,
If I
5
remember
million in 3 months.
Yes. To put in that perspective, this week I've gotten about 10 million.
Good for yeah, good for you. Okay.
Yeah, me. Thank you.
Dude, I'm not even making $1 million in 3 months. It says 655.3K.
Oh my.
But I'm up 9%. I'm up 9% because here's the thing. I wasn't putting thirst traps out there. And now that I'm putting thirst traps out there, like it's going up. So it's getting there, right? But I have a long ways to go. So, and here's going back to thirst traps, okay? Here's what's interesting. So when I post on my Instagram, because again, there I am monetized. So I was talking to my girlfriend Jen. I mentioned her before. She's one of my besties. We talk like every day, and her and I, like I know, like at the end of the day, I know her through wrestling. So she was wrestling in the early 2000s, like I was, and so she has a lot of the same isms I do, like how we just can't be tan enough. We need to be tanner, always tanner, like stuff like that. So we're talking about self tanner. And I was sitting right here and I sent her a picture of my legs because that day I did just from my waist down, I tanned because when I shave my legs, some of my tanner comes off because I'm shaving off layers of my skin. So I didn't need to tan here up. I just needed down. So I was real impressed on how tan my legs were. And I just wanted to share with the world, like, look, if you're looking for a good self tanner, here you go. Now that day, oh my gosh, like I took Minnie out later in the day than I should have. So I was sun drunk all day. I was like in bad shape. And then I was just like, it was hot in here. And so I start off the video saying, it's hot. Like, make sure you drink your water. I have no makeup on because I wasn't planning on doing a video, but I just felt like, hey, I'm going to do this cute little video, right? Hopefully, maybe even the place will be like, look at this cute video. Let's send her some free tanner, you know? You always got to be thinking. So that's that was my energy behind it, right? This lame ass over here goes, oh, this lame person writes in the comments, right? Let's see here. He was first. Where is it at? Oh, I should have had it queued up. Dang it, where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, it goes. Thirst trap 24/7 from you constantly. So I say nothing, right? Because I'm thinking, well, the Batista picture and the bikini picture, yeah, that was a thirst trap. But did you not listen to the video? I'm talking about self tanner and I'm trying to let people know about this awesome product, cruelty free self tanner. So I say nothing because that person's not going to get it, right? So my friend Jen goes in my defense because I could see it now. She was probably pissed, like, ew. And she goes, guess it worked because you're here. And she put a little champagne cheers. So I replied to that with an emoji of laughing. So then the dude comes back. It popped up on my feed. The only entertaining of Shelly is strictly wondering what weed she's smoking because her eyes always look like popped to Xanax. Now here's the thing. Here's the thoughts I had when this happened. First of all, did you not hear what I said at the beginning? I said it's hot. Make sure you hydrate. So I'm obviously overheated, okay? Now, Stoner Jesus, this was before I saw my grower. So I was rationing what I had because I knew I needed to make it last. So I wasn't even that medicated, right? So I wasn't even out of my mind. But what did I say? It's hot. I was sun drunk. And then when I watched it back, I was like, I just look tired. I don't know what this fool's talking about. And then I thought to myself, well, do you got a Xanax? Because I can just... So it's just interesting how you have these people who first he was like, oh, let's see what weed she's on because she looks like she's on Xanax. You're not even paying attention what the content is. And now if he would have said on the Batista photo or the bikini pic, you are thirst trapping 24/7, I would have liked the photo or liked his comment. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. 1,000,000%. Why has he got to go after my tan?
Yeah, there's a certain percentage of guys on the internet who love to comment on women showing any kind of skin at all, but to do so in a negative way, like you should be covered up like in a burqa or like some Amish woman or something like that, and that any kind of showing of women's skin or seeing breasts or anything on the internet is leading to the destruction of society. I don't know, man. Maybe you need like spend some time with some other shit and get off the internet for a little while. The internet's not really real life. Go outside on the street, touch grass, as the kids say, touch concrete, fucking touch something, touch a fucking metal pole. Just do it outside. Get off your phone for about 10 minutes. Stop jerking off your mom's basement and go experience life because life is out there. It's not in your phone. That's my advice
Touche.
for you people.
But here's my gripe, though. I would have no problem with this dude saying this comment had it been on my thirst trap photos. Like, read the room, brother. If you want to try to, like, shame me or whatever, go ahead. Put it where it works. But you can't do that. You go after the tan. It's a good... Look at me. Look. And I don't even need a tan till tomorrow. It's a good... Look at this tan. It's a good tan. Don't hate on the tan, brother.
When he was trying to play your
Don't hate.
video and listen to it, his mom was probably yelling down the basement steps telling him to take out the garbage. So you couldn't get the full context of the video.
This is true. There were some people that commented, oh, the best thing I did was watch this on mute. I don't know what that meant, but all right. I don't know. All right.
Doesn't sound like a compliment.
It doesn't sound like a compliment, but what's the dig? I don't know what the dig is.
They want to look at you, but they don't want to hear you.
Okay. Hey, as long as I get that view, because on Instagram I'm monetized and I need those views.
You don't have to listen to it.
Hence those photos and like what I'm doing over there. But if you want to watch the tan video and put it on mute because you're not a tanner, by all means. But you know what? There's some pasty ass people out there that are going to try that tanner out and they're going to say, damn, I felt good because I'm tan. I'm glad that I tried out Tanologist. You can get it on Shelly's AmazonShop.com in the health and beauty section, or CVS has it. I think Walmart might have it. So check it out, dude. Go tan yourself. Instead of hating, go tan yourself.
That's right. Get a tan, you pasty motherfucker. We have less than 10 minutes in the free version of the show. Again, the first hour is free. It will stay up for about 24 hours. We usually post it on our Twitter, but our Twitter is not checkmarked. So it only broadcast today on Stoner Jesus 420 because I am. But if you want the full episodes, all of them, if you want to join us, as Jesse's been very quiet, but he's been chilling here the entire time as a subscriber, hopefully smoking along with us. You can be a subscriber at patreon.com/ShellySJSmokeout.com. You can be part of the show, get almost 80 episodes, full episodes, all the bonus time, all on video, all of it on Patreon. So go subscribe. And before, we will have Passion the Pool Table. I will ask Shelly if she got banged on the pool table, but that'll be in the bonus time. That's right. You have to go subscribe. What do you think of that? In the business, that's what we call a tease. But what we will do before the end of the first hour, the free hour, the world's hottest people in wrestling, or the hottest people in wrestling in the world, or whatever the fuck we called it. It's been a long process. It goes back to January. And again, as I said before, that's my fault. The polls, there's too much time in between the polls because I had slacked off. Those polls were too long at 7 days. It was probably too much to have so many people, but still, we have finally come to the end of the road. The finals in the women for the hottest women in wrestling. Trish Stratus versus Alexa Bliss, and a bit of an upset. Alexa Bliss won hottest woman in wrestling in our bracket. So congratulations to her. Jesse says he's not a chatty guy, but he is smoking with us. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Jesse.
You don't have to chat at all. You can just chill. Just chill with us. It's cool, isn't it? Tell your friends. So, Trish Stratus will go on, and she will take on. And now I got to change the bracket so I can bring it up. It's a very pain in my ass thing to do. The men's bracket, which were picked and seeded by Shelly. Go back out again, check out episode 71 if you want to know how those came about. Those picks came about. Now I got to go share this page. Damn, man, this takes forever. It's like
And while you do that, I'll let everyone know. I bought this specific outfit to wear today. You're only seeing it from here. In the bonus content, we're going to have a little show and tell.
There you go. But you have to subscribe. It's the only way you're going to see the bonus shit. Subscribe right there. Now the men. The final came down to CM Punk and Paul Heyman. And Paul Heyman destroyed everyone that he came across until he met up with CM Punk. If I memory serves me, CM Punk won with about 85% of the vote.
Wow.
So the next poll will be for the hottest person in wrestling, period. It will be CM Punk versus Alexa Bliss. It'll be on Stoner Jesus 420. You get to vote. Democracy is at stake. This is the most important election of our lifetimes. Is it CM Punk or is it Alexa Bliss? And Sith,
I'm trying to be like the Statue of Liberty with my flux capacitor here. Dun, 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 dun.
Sithkin says that Trish is way hotter. That's what I would say too, as far as the women's bracket. But it was a bit of an upset. Alexa Bliss beat Trish. I don't know if there was shenanigans afoot. I wasn't monitoring the ballot boxes, but all sales are final, as they say. So that poll is
So
coming.
I'm sorry.
We'll finally find an end to this hottest person in wrestling.
So you said it's Trish against Punk?
CM Punk, yes. No, Alexa Bliss against CM Punk.
Okay, so Alexa. Okay, sorry, I was getting confused there. So she beat out Trish, right?
Yeah, she beat Trish. CM Punk beat Paul Heyman, and now the men and the women will collide in the ultimate battle of hotness.
Okay, good. Because I know what I voted on that, and it's nice to know that the votes count.
That's right, it is. It's nice to know democracy works.
At least over here, you know.
Right.
Because I don't know anything about Alexa Bliss, but I'll say this. I voted for her out of spite. Pure spite. Pure spite. I don't care to share why. I'll tell you privately on Voxer, Stoner Jesus.
Okay.
Spite. So I'm glad that my vote counted. Dun, 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 dun.
See? Sometimes democracy can be used for spite. It's very flexible.
Pure spite.
Oh shit. So we got 5 minutes left now in the free version. Again, if you want to see what happens in the bonus, well, the videos are on the Patreon. That's all I can say. I can't be any clearer about what you have to do. $5 a month. What's less than $5 a month? I don't know. I can't think of anything, to be honest. Anything you buy on a regular basis?
Not even a Subway sandwich is $5 anymore.
That's right. You can't get a $5 footlong anymore.
Those days are gone, long gone.
So subscribe. You'll blow your money. Forego a $10 footlong one day by 2 months of Patreon on the Smokeout and be a part of the show.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this opportunity right now while we're in the free zone, so later you can tag them. Carl's Jr., we have heat. Like, I cannot believe you gave me, somebody that doesn't eat land animals, the Beyond Burger as an option, and now you just take it away from me. I have no use to even go to your place anymore. I don't want the fried zucchini burger. I don't want it fried. I wanted Beyond Meat. I don't know if Impossible is just trying to push Beyond Meat out or what, but like, I have been a Carl's Jr. girl since growing up. I always preferred Carl's Jr. over McDonald's. Carl's Jr. is my stuff. But now I literally have no use for Carl's Jr. because you took away my Beyond Burger.
I had heard that some restaurants were not experiencing quite the sales they were looking for when it came to the burgers. Well, Sith is not liking that. No more Beyond.
No more Beyond. Yeah. The
Impossible.
only thing, like, if you look, like, if you pay attention, unless you go to a restaurant that like offers that as an option, it's all Impossible. That's why I feel there's a conspiracy there. Because isn't Bill Gates behind Impossible?
So fucking hilarious. I was literally going to just say, does Bill Gates own that?
I think he does. I think he does. And so I don't know if he's pushing out Beyond.
Probably.
And here's the other thing. Carl's Jr., you know what you do? You come up with your own simple ass cheap recipe of a black bean burger. I'll come back for your black bean burger. And then make a limited amount. So if you run out because you only make X amount and you don't want to over make them, oh, well, we sold out. So there, do that. Like, make it to where you only make a certain amount. If you don't want to lose your money and waste because you made too many, just come up with your own black bean burger. I will come back. It doesn't have to be Beyond, but I don't want Impossible because I don't trust it. It's politics.
Hopefully Bill Gates owns some black bean farms wherever the hell black beans come from, so that they'll be allowed to do
that. No, don't say that.
Seth has never had Carl's Jr. I don't think we have any in this area either. Isn't Carl's Jr. also Hardee's? Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have, there's not a Hardee's close. There used to be. But yeah, Hardee's, indeed. That's what, I know there's some Hardee's up in Ohio, but we used to have a lot more around here, but not anymore.
I'm so upset. I'm so upset.
As someone who eats exclusively land animals, it doesn't bother me in the least. So,
or know your audience. And there's a lot of people here in LA that don't. So, okay, just have it to where it's regional then. God.
Seth has had Hardee's and In-N-Out. He says In-N-Out is the best.
Oh yeah, In-N-Out. It is. Even though I don't eat the land animals, I get the grilled cheese. And if I'm really feeling it, I go and make a Beyond Burger at home. And then either I take the patty with me, or if I take the In-N-Out to come home, I have it ready. So I put my burger in there.
There you go. So we are coming to the end of the free hour. Thank you to everyone. Seth Kitten asking if we have Del Taco. We do not.
I think that's West Coast.
Yeah, we have. Obviously, we have Taco Bell. We have where are those fucking hot burritos, hothead burritos. God, that's about it. And like various Mexican restaurants. Not a lot of variety around here as far as the tacos. Seth likes Del Tacos for munchies. And Sith is not there's no Del Taco. Sorry. We have to petition them. Send an angry email, start an angry email campaign. There you go. Del Taco.
Del
Seeing as the-
Taco, you need to sponsor me because I've always loved you.
Oh yeah. Maybe we'll get Carl's Jr. to like make some kind of veggie burger or whatever and name it after Shelly. The Shelly burger.
Perfect.
So you want to see more. You want to see more of the show. Well, the free show, the free hour is coming to an end. We'll leave it up for about 24 hours so you can see what happened today. But to see all of the bonus coverage, the bonus stuff, every episode on video, be a part of the show. I'll send you the StreamYard link so you can join us as Jesse has joined us for the entire show. And Jesse gets to stay because he's a subscriber and join us for the rest of the show and the bonus time because he did the right thing. He went to patreon.com/ShellySJ Smokeout and became a subscriber to the show. So he gets to see live what happens. We got Passion of the Pool Table coming up. Shelly's going to reveal the rest of her outfit. There may not be any more to the outfit. You never know. It may just be what we're seeing. She may be naked the rest of the way. Probably not, but it could happen, and you're going to miss it because you're not a subscriber. So go do that shit. Thanks, everybody, for checking us out. Dana Lama loves me. Hell yeah. More people should love me. Go love me on Twitter.
Agreed.
At StarJesus420. And subscribe on Patreon. Bye, Sith. Bye, everyone. Yes, just go subscribe. You can be on the next show and check us out that way. So freeloaders, see you on the flip side, as the kids say. Let's remove that. Make sure we're still recording. We are. Jesse is still with us, so it worked out. There we go.
Woo!
Now we're in the bonus time. So we begin. Let me get the graphic. Passion on the Pool Table. For those of you wondering, for those of you who are subscribers and haven't followed the saga of Passion on the Pool Table, Shelly got a pool table. Long story short, I suggested that Shelly and her man should bang on the pool table because it's a cool thing and it'd be great content for the show. You know, they get something out of it too. But the most important part, of course, is that it's content for the show. So now every time me and Shelly are together on this show for the rest of our lives, I will ask Shelly if she recently got banged on a pool table. It's a segment we call Passion on the Pool Table. So Shelly, it's been about a month since the last episode. What do we got?
Nothing. But I have a pool table adjacent story again. So I feel like it's fine. If it's adjacent, it's fine. It's fine. So I don't know, dude. My back has just been a wreck. And I said, look. So first I tried to self-medicate by taking some shots of vodka. Helped a little bit. But man, my back was just such a wreck. So I was like, look, dude, you make me feel good. I will suck your dick. Just help me out with this back over here.
There you go.
Before I could finish my sentence, he was already helping me. And I was in so much pain, and I was in pain all day. So I was very just drained from all of it. But I thought, you know what? If this man makes my back feel better, I'm going to show him a real good time. So I thought about it before I told him. So I went to the bedroom and I put on this really cute lingerie that I like. And I was like, okay, and it's comfortable. It's sexy, but also comfortable. So I am a huge fan of that because usually, like, if it's really, really like a 10 sexy, it's not always the most comfortable. So it's not something you can even sleep in. So when you can get it, so this is a good piece of lingerie I have. And I kind of forgot I had it, and I was going through my drawer, and I was like, ooh. So it was a perfect timing. So I went and put it on. I put my robe on top so he wouldn't know. And then that's when I was like, look, dude, you make my back feel good, I will suck your dick, and I will show you a good time. And so he made my back feel better, and I showed him a good time. And I made good use of that outfit. Didn't have to change afterwards. Made it nice and easy because I went to bed after that. So it was adjacent, but nonetheless, action was had. And I'm a pervert myself. I talk a lot of crap about the perverts in my life. I'm a pervert myself. So I'm fine. Like that itch is being scratched finally.
There you go. Just gonna get it to the pool table at some point. It's the
We
purpose
do,
of it.
because here's the other thing. Because this man still has not gotten a vasectomy, I have to go with my cycles. And so, what was it, yesterday, the day before? He was like, oh, should I get a condom? Which, by the way, when you're with somebody for 8 years and you still have to use a condom, that's a pits. You know, can I say that? That's a pits. Like God, no. But I'm paranoid. I don't want to get pregnant. So I was like, no, because I'm in that fertility window. And I looked at him and I said, and somebody won't go get a vasectomy. So, and he's like, I know. I got to make the appointment.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. Yeah, he got his pool table adjacent. But what about me? When is it my turn?
When
Story
does
of
it
my
start?
life. You know? So that's where I'm at.
It's been going on too long. No vasectomy. It's not going according to plan.
Well, here's the thing. I love your idea about doing a fake advertisement for it, nude. But you know, I just haven't been feeling really good about my body. But now I'm losing the weight. It's my hard work is finally showing. So we're getting closer and closer to that ad happening, you know?
There you go. The final Hail Mary, if you will.
Yeah.
It's like, look, just make the fucking appointment. Let's go.
You know, I always feel good in lingerie, even if I'm fat. So maybe it's all about doing one that's like the boobs cut out and the crotchless. So maybe that's what I need to do to get it done faster is get a lingerie that lets the boobs out. It's crotchless. I won't feel so fat. I'll feel good about it. And then he'll have a good, awesome ad for the rest of his life to look at.
That's right. Jesse in the private chat has a good point. He said you can use a lint shaver to smooth felt to reduce felt burn on pool tables.
There you go. Good to know.
I don't know how that affects the actual performance of the pool. As by the way, have you all actually played any pool on it?
No, man, my life has been so hectic. And it makes me sad because not that long ago, I was like, damn, dude, I can't remember the last time I played a game. And it's kind of hard now because, not really. I was going to say because it's summertime, it gets really hot in here. But like, I'm able to survive. Like, that's why I moved the couch right here so that I could feel the AC and stuff. And the pool table is right where the AC is hitting. So you know what? I need to make more time now. I need to make more time to play a game because it's nothing like playing a game, even when you're just by yourself and just decompressing. Oh, such a good feeling.
Or play with Metal Jesus and say the loser gets a vasectomy.
Loser gets a vasectomy.
And then whip his ass in some pool. Oh, shit.
So here we go. Let me show you guys my outfit.
Indeed.
It's going to be kind of hard because I can't stand up really because my setup's very sensitive here. Oh my gosh, much like this. Why isn't this working? Damn it. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to try something over here. Hold on 1 second.
Exciting reveal.
Hold on. Oh, that's ugly.
Sorry. The briefest glimpse of the pool table.
Okay, ignore that mess under there. The Bat Cave is under construction. So here we have the little knot that's so cute, and then the little little peekaboo, I see you. And what's really cute is it's not really a dress; it's a bathing suit. So that's my little outfit I got just for the stream today.
See, that's what you subscribe for. That's what you pay the big money for. Bonus coverage. I did bring up this. Actually, wanted to play this during the free version, but I didn't. I think I've had it till now.
So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed.
In the bonus coverage, we have. Well, I got to share the screen. We've talked about the Hawktua girl and the attempt we've made. I've emailed her management, tagged her on Twitter, we've tagged her on Instagram, trying to get her into some sort of celebrity boxing. She's going to boxing matches. She was at SummerSlam. She's immersed herself in the industry, if you will. And Shelly posted this on our social media. We posted on the Instagram, on the show Instagram as well. Because if you remember correctly, I'm sure many of you do, it's from episode 71, the infamous Spit on It and Go, way before Hawktua Girl. And Shelly hasn't gotten her 15 minutes of fame from that, but we did get a video. Let's check it out.
Are you enjoying your 15 minutes of fame? Good, because it's not going to last long. You see, with industry plants, your buddies are going to use you for all they can. And when they're done, they're going to huck to you out of their little circle. So while you're out there wasting your time hawk-toing, I just spit on it and go.
Yeah. And I don't even have to be in the mood. Like, you want to go? Just spit on it and go. Let's go.
There you go. Just spit on it and go. There you go.
And no one cared. That's a good video. That's a good video. That's a good video. I don't see anyone else out there putting a video out there like that.
I'm gonna
So
retweet it.
what's the problem? What's the problem? I don't understand.
People just, I don't know. They don't, I guess, they don't want to see her get punched in the face. I don't know. More people should want to see her get punched in the face.
I thought for sure that I would see some numbers on that. And there's numbers, there's views, but I thought it was a good video. Maybe I'm tooting my own horn, but I thought it was really funny. I only pissed off like one person. Like one person was like, "Oh, are you jealous because you couldn't do that in your 15 minutes of fame?" I was like, "Dude, that's all we got." So even on the haters end, we didn't even get anything. You know what it reminds me of? It's like when I make fun of myself and like there's no traction, but then when other people make fun of me, like and post it on like YouTube, they'll have like thousands and thousands and thousands of views. But then when I do it, it's like I have 500. It's like, come on, man, I'm just trying. What's the problem?
So as I also promised earlier, a lot of guys write Shelly on Instagram because they think that they're talking to Shelly and that something's going to flow from that, from their magical Instagram wooing. Andrew Reese is my favorite. He takes a shot multiple times a month, really. Going back to Valentine's Day, he said, "Happy Valentine's Day, love always, XXXOOO with a heart." And on April 5th, he said, "I'd love to spend time at your house eating and cooking, just spending time with you," with a little double hearts. And 3 days later, April 8th, he said, "Would you like to possibly go out for a date? You know, I respect your decision. I'll always be your number one fan forever." And August 4th, he replied to one of our stories, actually the Hawk Tuah Girl video, and said, "You are so beautiful," me and Shelly. And then the next day, he said, "I'd love to date you." And then he again responded to a video saying that you are beautiful. So Andrew is really, he's given it his all, if you will.
Is he though?
Well, I mean, in his world, I'm sure that he's like, I've done everything I can. It's either going to work or it's not. He doesn't have a decision.
Except maybe
He doesn't have a pound of wood.
he doesn't. Here's the thing though, it's like I have an account too. You know what I'm saying? So like he's asking me out on the Smokeout,
That's right.
but not saying anything on my main. It's weird. It's just weird.
Apparently on July 20th, Steve Cobb's message, "Want to film a custom?" And then 3 days later, he just sent a question mark.
So weird.
This Alan Jackson guy just keeps sending crap. I guess it's like he sends videos. He sent the video for "Color Me Bad, I Want to Sex You Up." Maybe
That's a good song.
maybe Andrew should have thought of that.
That's a good song.
Yashpal Patel, he gives emojis, little I heart emojis and fire emojis for most of our stories on there. Yeah. So is Antonio Alvarez. I thought there was more like pickup lines on here, but I think a lot of these people got suspended or taken off Instagram.
Well, that's the thing. You know, that's the thing. These idiots out there acting the fool, they deserve to get their accounts taken away.
That's right. Be sending me videos about "Want to Sex You Up."
I love that's a good song. That's a throwback. That's a good throwback. A real
poor
good throwback.
Of Twitter, or of Instagram rather. Well, it's poor use of any platform, especially if you're trying to pick up a woman. I mean, maybe if you're standing outside of Shelly's house, like saying that or something, like that'd be more romantic. You know.
Or how about this? Why aren't they writing this to me on my page? If they're trying to seduce me, gag me with a spoon, like, why are you going degrees away from me when I have an account that clearly I run and you're choosing to use the Smokeout? Like, it's weird. It's weird. Like, what's the thought process behind it?
Maybe because it has less followers, maybe think you're more likely to see it. But if they ever took the time to watch the show at all, they would know I've said multiple times you don't see it at all.
I can't with these people. You know, I've been fighting with fans for months and it's exhausting. Your people are supposed to be fans. You're not supposed to be fighting with us. You're supposed to be fans, remember? I can't.
It's too much sometimes.
Way too
These
much.
people. And all they have to do is subscribe. If they really want to talk to you, they could have been talking to you for the last hour and 20 minutes through a private chat. But
You know why? Because they're cheap asses. They're
right.
cheap. They're cheap asses. And like, here's the thing. I know there's a gazillion reasons out there why somebody would be a fan of mine, want to join a platform where they can interact with me, but don't want to join my secret society. This is like the best way because A, it's a podcast. B, it's not just me, it's you and me.
That's right.
It's so, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, so like I said, I get it. There's like a whole bunch of different reasons, and I can understand the different ones why certain people want that interaction, but they don't want to join the secret society.
Yeah.
So then join here. That's what it's available for. Even you don't have to be a smoker. You don't have to. You can just hang out, like whatever.
Yeah.
So that's why it goes back to you're being a cheap ass. No, you're being cheap.
And it's $5. It's not like we're asking for $50 a month. It's crazy.
I don't get it. But you know what? Jesse gets it. So that's all that matters.
One of the few. One day he'll be able to tell his grandchildren about it. Say, I got it. I knew what was up.
Exactly.
We need to think about what we're going to be doing here going forward as far as shows. We're only 2 months away from Halloween. So we have to figure out something good for that. Maybe some kind of watch along or something. Some sort of horror movie. Maybe we'll get interaction from people on Twitter. We'll see. It's something good.
We got to do something good.
We've got holidays coming up, man. Got Halloween, got Christmas, very important specials.
You know, what could we watch that would be really good? That's good. I got to put my thinking cap on with that one. Like,
Definitely.
it's got to be something good. Halloween. I don't know. I'll put my thinking cap on, see if I can come up with something.
And if worse comes to worse, we'll throw it up into X and get maybe some good suggestions. You never know. Probably a lot of shitty ones, but it is what it is. It'd be Halloween.
So could it be any movie for a watch along?
Sure.
Or does it have to be like a certain amount? Okay. I'll put my thinking cap on.
That's right. Literally anything. I think you can watch anything on X. Like, there's no like copyright shit going on like there's with Twitch and YouTube and all those other places. So it's very helpful for those purposes, at least for our purposes.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's interesting because I did a live stream, and what I did getting ready for my live stream was because I was going to do it in the morning on the weekend. So I thought, oh, let's watch some public domain cartoons because people know I love old cartoons, right? So I go on this website that has a list of public domain stuff, not just cartoons. And so the first page I printed out because they have little facts. So I was feeling all prepared and fancy. I was like, I have the facts about this, like the dates, like, oh, okay, it's so cool. I'm thinking, I want to do this. Like, I want this to be one of the things I do, you know, all excited. And so after my stream was done, Twitch says like, oh, there's certain parts of your thing that's muted. And I'm like, wait, what? And then when I uploaded it to YouTube, it was like, oh, it's blocked everywhere. And I'm like, but I use public domain. So then what I did, I was like, I'm still going to do this. So what I did for my next one is I compiled the next round of public domain. And then I uploaded it privately to YouTube to see what it flagged. And I was just going to take those cartoons out. But then there's, for you, those cartoon people out there, there's the Fleischer Studio people, and they came up with like Popeye, Betty Boop, all those kinds of cartoons. Those are like the more mainstream known ones. So we follow each other on Twitter, and we have been in the talks. We just can't get our schedule together where they want me to do a live stream where I host a little live stream going over Betty Boop cartoons. Because one of the things that they do is they restore all the old stuff and like they'll show them in theaters and things like that. So we just haven't been able to do it yet. And shortly after I did that stream, they put a tweet out and they're like, we worked so hard to restore for television and for us to show. I forgot how they worded it, but they're pretty much like, it sucks when people go on YouTube and third party it. And I was like, oh, are they talking about me? Because I wasn't thinking about it. And so I publicly wrote them. I was like, I recently did that, and I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean to. I didn't even think about it. I won't do it again. And they wrote back and they're like, you're good. But they weren't like, no, we weren't talking about you. They were like, you're good. So that was like, they were talking about me, probably me and others. But I was like, oh. So now I'm like, I don't know. What am I allowed to do and not do? And I don't want to piss people off because it made sense. I didn't think about how, in this case, it's animation, right? So to preserve that, it does cost a lot of money. So that, to me, I have to respect. A film, I'm sorry, you made your money. What are we watching? But like with that, that's like different. But I didn't even think about it that way. I was just like trying to share cartoons I love with people and like bring people together because they're like, oh, I love that one too,
So that's very they're basically, they subtweeted you that their unhappiness.
Yeah. I get it. They don't know me like that, so they probably didn't feel comfortable direct messaging me. They probably thought about it, and I understand. Like, some people can be like, well, that's kind of crappy, like whatever, but no, because think about it. Like, they don't really know me. I don't know them. It bothered them. And I do that too sometimes. I'll put tweets out there to certain people I know who follow me, hoping that they're like, hey. So I understand that feeling of like, you're not trying to start drama, but you're going to say what you're going to say. So that's why I had to reply publicly and be like, I am so sorry. Like, I am one of those people and I won't do it again.
No, man. They should have tagged you and be like, this broad right here, look the shit she's pulling.
Don't be like this girl.
From Cali. Stealing our shit.
I'm just a vampire trying to make it in this disgusting world,
It's their loss. It's our gain because we do the Smokeout.
There you go.
Oh, damn. Excuse me. That was a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. So we will think about what to do for coming shows, the watch-alongs and stuff. Also, the CM Punk Alexa Bliss poll was coming soon as Stern Jesus 420. I have to make a note of that, actually, because I will forget. I've been forgetting a lot of shit.
You need
So
ginkgo biloba.
What's that?
You need ginkgo biloba, the herb.
Oh, yeah. I know there's all kinds of shit I see now on television, like for the Nariva commercials and all other shit. I'm going to need something, but I don't know. Maybe I just don't want to
I'm
admit it to
telling you,
myself.
that's all you need is ginkgo biloba. I'm telling you what herb you need. You could go to CVS in the vitamin area. There's ginkgo biloba. You grab yourself some. It'll be good.
Hey, I'll give it a shot. I'll try anything at this point.
I'm telling you, ginkgo biloba, it'll help you out.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Jesse, for joining us. Thank you for being a subscriber. Make sure you check out any episodes you
Here,
missed.
for Jesse. Hold on. There we go. Here, this is for you, Jesse, for joining us today.
There you go. He said, my pleasure. Indeed. Oh, and of course, thank you, Shelly, for another dope episode, as it were.
All right. Well, I'll see you next time.
Thank you, Shelly. Have a good day. Thank you, Jesse. Have an awesome day, and smoke it if you got it. Bye.